everyone, and welcome back to the Walking Dead series by The Verdict's In. I'm your host, Nicole.
I'm Gary.
And today we're talking about The Walking Dead, Dead City, Season 1, Episode 4, entitled Everybody Wins a Prize. Gary, what did you think of this episode?
Yeah, I thought maybe everybody won a prize, but the audience, for the people that matter.
Yeah, man, I thought you were about to come in here and be like, I thought it was good. I'm like, man, he about to pull this, but yeah, go on.
Nah, I always say how I really feel. And this was my least favorite episode.
Yeah, I agree.
And it looks like they put a lot into it. The budget had to be crazy for this episode to have all those extras, the walkers, all the stunt devils, just for the action scenes. But it just didn't hit.
It didn't. Yeah, it didn't hit. As we continued watching, I noticed I had very few likes and a lot of dislikes. And I'm not here to bash the show, but it wasn't good.
This just wasn't the episode.
All right, let's get into it then. Our first like is, of course, Simon showing up. Like, as soon as I heard his voice before it showed it, I said, is that Simon? And then you're like, yeah. And then boom, Simon. I mean, It's weird to be excited to see a villain, but...
Yeah, it was good seeing Simon. And he put on some weight, some good weight, like muscle mass.
Yeah. He's like, let me make sure I'm in a short tee because I want to show these muscles that I got. Yeah, it was good seeing Simon. Although we kind of discussed, and then Croat kind of clarified or confirmed that Negan is the one that shot him, because then you start thinking, like, what if it was Simon that shot the Croat?
Right. But the only reason I thought that is if you move further in the episode, the Croat's happy to see Negan.
Yeah.
He's like, he's a fanboy for real.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It is weird. He loves him some Negan. And yeah, I get it, because Negan showed him a lot, taught him how to survive. And he looks like he want to impress him a little bit. But nah, after you shoot my ear off, we're through.
Yeah. He was like, I got another ear. Nah, that's not how it works.
Nah, it's on sight every time I see you.
Yeah.
Every time I hear you out that one ear.
Right. Every time I look in the mirror, there it is. But all right, the lazy/sleepy walkers that have to climb over, we kind of thought that was cool.
That was cool, because it's about time that we seen walkers that just was over it all.
Yeah, they're like, I'm done with the apocalypse.
Like, I live too long. Y'all go ahead and cross over me. I'm not gonna get up.
I ain't gonna bother nobody. I'm just chilling. So yeah.
Right.
All right, and then literally my last like, and I know it was not yours because you were very vocal about it, rewinded it a few times just to see, and that is Pearlie holding on to the rail when the Croat threw him over and swung him over. I just thought that scene was amazing, with Negan helping and catching him. I loved it.
Well, that scene was intended to be amazing, and I like that Negan helped him up, which we knew he was going to do. Mm-hmm. But I just didn't like the scene. Well, it wasn't a scene I didn't like. I just didn't like how poorly the scene was executed.
Yeah.
Like, when he threw the guy over, the guy floated in the air for a quick second, turned his body back over, and then grabbed the thing.
Yeah.
From the moment we saw it, I said, Nicole,
there ain't no way he could land like that.
I said, he has a string on him. I said, he has to have a string on him, because it looked like he just floated and kind of turned real quick. Which there's no way possible you could do that. It just didn't look real.
Okay.
And I was right.
Yes, because we watched the after.
During the after scenes, they showed, he had the three. In fact, I think they did a better job than what we seen in the after scene. The after, what is it? The after show?
Yeah. They
did a better job during the show, because in the after show, he floated for a little while.
Okay.
So whoever edited it, they did an amazing job, because although it was messed up, looked like he floated a little bit, it wasn't as bad as it was.
Yeah. And you have to think about it. Not everyone is a Tom Cruise. Everyone can't do their own stunts like him. So they worked with what they got. This guy's an actor. They had a stunt double, I'm assuming.
Right. Yeah, they had a stunt double.
And they did the best they could.
They could have did better.
Call Tom next time. Ask him how he gets those shots.
No, Walking Dead has got some amazing shots before. This right here looks like was lazy work.
Oh.
It was like
the walkers.
It was like, after that scene, they were like, okay, we got it. Let's go to the next scene. Like, no, you need to perfect it.
Yeah.
This don't look real.
Okay. I thought it was a cool scene.
But I understand how it sounds, me saying something don't look real.
Yeah, because that's what I said. I said, well, there's walkers, Gary. But I get it.
But the action scenes, I would like them to be, performed correctly.
Right. I get it.
To perfection.
I understand.
But going back to, what is his name? Croat?
Yeah.
Going back to Croat fanning over Negan, that was a major, like it was confusing at first because I'm like, what? But it was a major because this dude went crazy about Negan. As soon as he heard the whistle, he forgot everything else he was doing. He left out the room, followed him around, like, Negan, where are you? Negan.
Yeah.
Like, this guy was really about to bring Negan back into his organization just to show him what he could do. One more I had was when Croat talked about Simon. When he said, hey, yeah, I heard about, Jerome told me about, them taking over the Oceanside, Hilltop, all this. He said, yeah, Simon, I told you about that guy. He never listens.
I didn't like the Croat, getting excited to see Negan. It's very, cartoonish, very villainy, cartoonish. Something that, no offense, that, the Joker would do. And, try to, haha, Batman, and come and cut me or something. It's very cartoonishy type villainish. And it's if I'm going to your villain, I'm going to be your villain. I'm going to be, I'm going to be that person.
Well, that's where we was mistaken. Because we thought he was Negan's villain. We thought he disliked Negan. And he said it during this episode. He said, oh, you probably thought I wanted revenge. He said, I don't. He's I just want to show you what I built here and bring you in.
I guess I just don't like it. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. I can't explain it other than I didn't like it. I don't like the Croat.
I think it made perfectly good sense since Negan was there, because Croat told the story. Negan was there for him when he lost his family, lost everything. Negan taught him how to survive. He didn't say, man, forget about his family, but made him feel better. Mm-hmm. Because he was at his lowest point at that time. So I can understand how he still feels like Negan is his family. And maybe, because he could have been hurt when Negan chased him off.
Yeah. I mean, he had to be hurt. Right. He got shot in the head, in
No, I'm not talking about hurt like that.
Oh, you mean? I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it did hurt.
Okay, emotionally. Yeah, he probably was hurt emotionally, and that's why he said, hey, look what I built here. It's like he tried to prove something to Negan.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you're here so I can show you that, hey, you didn't have to get rid of me. I was a good guy. Here, I did what we tried to do 10 times over right here.
Okay. I get it from that perspective. All right, let's move to the dislikes.
All of
it. Everything else. Now, I'm actually looking forward to talking about the dislikes because they were just so weird that it's going to be fun to talk about.
Right.
The first one is, first of all, R.I.P. Luther. And
yes.
Luther's beeswax being so easily discovered with Maggie, how do you steal something and then have it out in the open, with the people that know that it's not yours?
Right.
It was just too ridiculous how Maggie was easily able to find that.
Because it wasn't hiding.
Yeah.
It was right there on top.
Right there, just right there. I didn't like it. I have no problem with Negan stealing it necessarily, and this is another dislike in regards to Luther. Luther was a big man. How did Negan just get rid of the body? And weren't they all in the same building? How did he get rid of this body? Get rid of any blood and guts and whatever, and no one see anything?
Well, this is not CSI. They don't have a blood kit. You probably dragged that body onto one of those little freezers or something.
Yeah, but then wouldn't they seen the blood stain?
And mopped it up. Okay. That's why I said it's not CSI. They're not. This ain't forensic science. They're not coming in with the blue lights.
I mean, I don't need them to come in with all that, but I just can't even see him being able to move Luther.
Oh, stop.
No, a dead body, a dead body of his size. Come on.
I saw you lift that sofa up with one hand to sweep under it. That sofa is at least 300 pounds.
All right, I do not like the fake out on the dead Herschel. It's been done so many times. The dun dun dun. As soon as they went to, I was like, that's not Herschel, and this is just too annoying with you guys going slowly up to this person.
That was nasty.
Yeah, it's just come on.
And then it's always the opposite sex. Have you noticed that? You gotta do a fake out.
Yeah.
You gotta do a guy fake out. It's always the opposite sex.
Wait, that was a guy.
The dead person?
Yeah.
No, that was a girl.
That was a girl?
Yeah.
The one that Negan stabbed in the head?
Yeah, it looked like it.
It looked like a guy to me.
Like a girl with a shag.
Okay. Next dislike. I'm tired of these elaborate traps by these villains. Like, it's the zombie apocalypse, and you spent all this energy, resources, putting all this shit together to make these things blow up and let the zombies. Y'all ain't got nothing else better to do. Like, it's just ridiculous when they have these elaborate, like, things going on.
It is, but I think he did that for a reason. I don't think that was a trap. It wasn't meant to be a trap. I think he was just trying to lure the zombies inside the building, and Maggie and them just happened to be there. And I know you're wondering, why would he lure the zombies in the building?
Yes, and then all the doors were locked. I'm just looking at you like, did you really just come up with that? Like, come on.
Crazy. But we see what he's doing with the dead bodies. We see he's putting in there to get,
methane.
So we see what he's doing with the dead bodies. So apparently he brought all those zombies in there to use them for that purpose.
No, he brought those zombies in there as a trap.
I don't think it was a trap. Because why would it be a trap? Who would he think is coming?
He obviously knew Negan was going to be coming.
Well, he knew Negan was there, but remember, the countdown was for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
How do you know Negan was going to be there within 5 minutes?
I don't know, because that's why I'm saying it's a dislike. First of all, because
that's why I don't think it was a trap. I think it was just something that they were doing. I don't know the reason they were doing it, but let's say it is a trap. If that was intended to be a trap, that makes this episode even worse in my eyes.
I was gonna say, if it was not a trap, it makes it even worse, because this was their home. They were actually living here, and then they're like, okay, forget about this. Remember, he even told Negan, like, this, I built this sanctuary. What the hell? I don't even get that part. Were they not in the same building when he told Negan, I built all this, and then the zombies come in that same place? Or there was two different buildings?
No, same building.
So that's what I don't even get. Like, I built all this. This is our sanctuary, but then you just brought all these zombies in here. Make it make sense. That's all I'll say. Make it make sense. All right. The Croat knowing about, like, Hillside, Alexandria Kingdom. I'm so tired of them trying to bring in, like, nostalgia from the original show and, like, try to make us excited to hear these things, words.
But see, you're tired of it because you've seen the original show. But you have to understand that there's new fans coming over.
Man.
So when new fans join the show, yeah, it's good to give them a backstory, what went on, what happened before, make them want to go back and watch the original.
We got a plant in here. He works for The Walking Dead. Anything I say, you're going to say the opposite. You're going to be let me tell you why it worked.
Logical. It's just logic why they're doing it. It's logic why they're bringing up all this old stuff that we've seen already. I mean, they're just trying to tell the backstory so the new people can know what happened, what's going on, and how we ended up here.
All right.
I am not a planter, you guys.
He secretly got checks from AMC, yo.
I am not getting checks.
Okay, and then also by, like, some rando named Jermaine or whatever. It's like, where did this name come from?
You better put some respect on Jerome's name.
No, he said Jermaine. I'm like, who the hell's Jermaine? Who are we supposed to know? I wrote Jermaine because I even thought of, like, the Michael Jackson's brother.
You wrote Jermaine, I wrote Jerome.
I wrote Jermaine. Well, I was like, what the hell?
Either way, he's black.
He's definitely black. That's why I said, as soon as I heard Jermaine, I said, oh, he's black. That's Michael Jackson's brother. And then I said, but who's Jermaine? We never heard of a Jermaine. We never saw a Jermaine. We never met a Jermaine.
Right, that was a wild story. Him saying that, hey, yeah, I ran into Jermaine.
And you just remember all the names of the cities that he told you about.
Well, he knew those cities because they took over those. Well, no, he wasn't there for Alexandria.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But he was there for Oceanside, and he was there for the Kingdom.
But who was there?
Croat.
And that's what I also call bullshit on. Because how was the Croat there when Negan said, this is a guy I met at the very beginning?
Because remember, Oceanside and the Kingdom were the beginning.
Okay, I can let that go. And then I didn't like when he was like, oh, you're still helping the widow? It's like, what the hell? How do you know about Maggie? Like, because they didn't start calling Maggie the widow until Negan literally killed Glenn.
Jermaine told him.
I'm tired of this. No face, no recollection of Jermaine, but whatever. Okay. And then my last dislike is Pearlie pulling the gun on Negan at the end. Like, dude, he just saved your life. Like, code whatever. I could have punched his ass. And, like, I love when Negan said, you like an idiot or something. Like, you're an asshole.
But I didn't expect anything more. I knew he was going to do it. I mean, we both knew he was going to do it.
No, I didn't know he was
Oh, you didn't know he was going to do it?
No.
Because when Negan was standing at the door and Negan was like, hey, all right, we bought ourselves a little time. When they focused on Negan, I knew when Negan turned around, Pearlie was going to be there holding a gun or holding something in his hand, ready to fight Negan. Now, I didn't expect him to read the codes and everything. 14, section 1.
Yeah, he's like Pearlie is like the Walking Dead Dwight from The Office. He's going to do his job no matter what.
He got to bring you in.
Yeah.
He got a record.
Like, I'm going to need you to carry me back because I got a hurt leg. Thank you for saving my life, but I'm going to need to bring you in. So, yeah.
But one thing we learned, and I did get a like out of that, because we learned that, I mean, this is like Judge Dredd. He's coming out there. He could make the decision right there on the spot whether he's going to kill you or whatever, or bring you back. Which he said that, hey, by this right here, I could kill you right now, and it's justified within the law.
Oh, Pearlie.
Pearlie, yes. In fact, I can kill you 5 times over. So I guess Negan took out 5 people.
Okay. I'm pretty sure next week he'll show Pearlie say his little speech and then be like, but let's work together for now. And then, like, hand them the gun back. And it's like, stop being extra. Like, anywho. I hope next week is better than this week. That's all I'll say. Still like the show. Not here to bash it. It just wasn't a good episode for me.
Well, we know the problem this week. This week, they wanted to go all in, go full throttle. And it just didn't work. I think it was probably too early for it.
Yeah.
And it could have been executed better.
And then even Tomas, they made it seem like he died. They're like, because remember you first, like, did people pull him, like, carry him away?
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Because that was a serious dislike of mine. When the 3 zombies hemmed him up, and they didn't try to bite him. They carried him off.
Yeah.
Like, what, y'all gonna save him for later?
And the screaming, and even Tomas's girlfriend, no! Like, okay, you guys are 20 years into the apocalypse. Not saying it's not sad when a family member or loved one dies, but, like, the screaming and stopping, you're in the middle of danger right now. You gotta keep going.
And I think that was the problem. Everybody was dying too easily.
Yeah, they were dying way too easily.
It's like a zombie just grabbed them and it was over. They fell, got bit, didn't try to fight back.
Even the girl, she's like, help me. No, there's like 10 zombies crowding you. We're not going to help you. But at the same time, I did think, why, as soon as they came in, they should have been got in the cage like Jenny, pulled a couple walkers in, and do old school. I would have preferred to see that. Like, oh, Maggie, like, hey, have you guys done this before? And throw all the blood on him. Okay, now I'm going to open the door quietly, keep quiet, stand still. The walkers will come in. Once they're in, we'll make our way out. Like, it should have been easy peasy. At least that's what I thought was going to happen.
It should have.
Instead of trying to fight a million walkers. Like, that didn't make any sense. How are you going to you're not going to outfight them.
Yeah. But you know what they could have did? They could have outran them.
They definitely could have outran. There were so many gaps in there.
There were so many gaps. Now, if somebody would start running and the walker would start running after them, the walker would turn to a runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, because what was the whole point of them bringing up, if we're going to bring up the original show, remember in the original show how Aaron was like, the walkers, they're changing, they're different. But here in this show, they're pretty much the exact same.
They're not the same, but it's not a better improvement. It's not an improvement.
Yeah.
I mean,
you didn't like those walkers in the suit too either that walked by.
Oh no, I thought that was funny. The walkers walking by with the suits on.
After 20 years, come on now.
Yeah, the guys working on Wall Street, still working all these years.
Yeah.
But I just don't like these walkers, and I don't like the fact that they can't run and close a door without the walkers knowing which door they closed.
Which door? They passed all those doors, but the walkers knew exactly which door they're behind. Come on. And then they struggled to push that thing against the door, the red thing.
Yeah.
And then we see the walkers still slowly being able to get out of it. They were able to push it through, yeah.
Right. But you're right though. At the end of The Walking Dead, the walkers were climbing over things, they were falling, grabbing guns. They were turning into the
I Am Legend.
No. Man, if they turn to I Am Legend, we're all dead.
World War Z. World War Z zombies are just fast. I don't know if they're smart.
No, they were turning into like the first season of Fear walkers.
Oh, yes.
Remember the first season of Fear where the walkers were climbing on a bus?
Yeah.
Or there was military crawling.
Yeah.
They were blocking hits.
Putting headlocks.
I mean, suplexes.
That first season of Fear, though, you guys got to go watch it.
Yeah, it was amazing. First and second season.
First and second season, yeah. All right. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. I just wish they would have took their time before they got here. And I wish they would have took their time to do this episode right. Because it could have been a good episode.
Yeah. Especially hearing the guy, the executive producer who, you know, inside the show, after the show or whatever. And he's talking about it and like his energy. It's like very exciting. You could tell he put passion in it. He was passionate about it.
Oh yeah, he thought he made the White Knight.
Yeah, he thought he did. He thought he's like, okay, I made the White Knight, or he thought it was like the battle between Jon Snow, the battle of the bastards. He thought he like did something.
He thought he did it,
and I still appreciate it because it is a big deal, but it was they really probably need to do like focus groups before they release.
Yeah, it just didn't hit the mark.
Yeah,
it was too much going on. All over the place, and a lot of things just didn't make sense. It wasn't adding up. A lot of things just didn't add up. And then we met a Jermaine, whatever his name is. Mm-hmm. Found out about him. It was just a lot of things that just wasn't adding up. And Nicole will tell you when they threw Pearlie over and Pearlie floated a little bit in the air and turned his body and grabbed the thing. I was like, what was that? I mean, yeah. I thought I glitched. I'm like, hold up. Did I see what I thought I see? But hey.
Oh, I'll add one small. It's a small. Now, I ain't trying to be petty, but at this point, I just got to add it in. When Negan was hiding behind the taxi, and finally the guy comes to get into the taxi. I'm mad that there was only one guy coming, but whatever. And you see the Croat just staring like he just knows Negan's behind that taxi. And it was seconds between the guy getting in the taxi with Negan still next to it and the guy driving off and Negan like disappears, you know, Houdini acts or whatever. And I just hate it when they do this on the shows where they do it all the time on TV shows where you're like, oh no, they're going to get caught. And then boom, where'd they go? Oh, they hid behind it. It's just stop. Like, just stop it.
Yeah.
I would have preferred him sitting there getting caught. Like, oh shit, here I am. And then like a fight break out right then and there. Because there was no way. But, okay. And
yeah, like Nicole said, we're not trying to be petty. Well, I'm not trying to be petty.
I'm not. Look at me. I'm not.
But this episode was just it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It wasn't good at all. And then Jenny, like, what is wrong with this little girl?
I'm tired of Jenny.
Like, she's not talking, she's running. Like, a lot of stuff could have been over if she would have just ran up to Negan when he walked out the thing.
Yep.
Like, why are you following him if you're not gonna say anything?
Or not even whistle. He taught you to whistle.
Right.
And then where the hell's Herschel?
He was moved.
Okay.
Yeah, he was moved. Everyone was moved out of there.
All right, let's do I Ain't Fair and Shit, Most Likely to Die. Who you got for I Ain't Fair and Shit?
I would have to say Jenny. I would have to say Jenny.
Yeah.
Although, you know, she got on my nerves this episode. I mean, she's a tough little cookie. Yeah. For real.
Especially when she was up in the cage. I'm like, oh yeah. She's like, I'm not doing all this fighting. Like, y'all, I'm gonna go up here, wait till it's over. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I mean, I kind of want to give a close second to Tomas because he did get, you know, kidnapped by the walkers and somehow made it out and was back to being with his family.
No, I'm not giving him nothing. You're right. He actually got kidnapped by the walkers. Yeah. Like the walkers, they didn't try to bite him. Yeah. And they didn't try to hurt him. They just grabbed him
and carried him away.
Yeah, one grabbed each arm, another one grabbed him from behind. Yeah. They just walked him off.
Yep.
I don't like that.
Yeah. All right, most likely to die.
I think it's gonna be Tomas. I think he got bit.
Yes, and it's gonna be the cliche. He's gonna look at his arm, hide it, and then the girl's gonna be like, "Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's good. Everything's fine. Let's go."
Now, if they do it in Walking Dead fashion, if he get bit, it'd be up under a lot of clothes. He probably got bit on the chest or something. Yeah. He gonna lift up his shirt because they're walking in. I swear,
their clothes. It's like the bite goes from underneath. They're like, lift your shirt up.
Yeah, you don't see a blood mark on the outside of his shirt. You don't see nothing. They just lift a clothing item up, and there's the bite.
Yeah, you're right. Because I was gonna say Tomas or his girlfriend, but no, you're right. It's gonna be Tomas. He's gonna come back with a bite mark or some type of scratch, and he's not gonna tell anyone. And he's gonna wait until like he can't tell anyone. I mean, he's gonna have to wait until he has to tell someone.
Or he sacrificed himself to save someone.
Yeah.
Either or. Yeah. But it's gonna be him.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for listening. We will be back next week with a new episode. And I know I've been talking about me doing the Apple TV shows, and I still plan on doing that on the Small Screen Sagas network because Hijack has been so good, hasn't it, Gary?
It has.
It's been so good.
It's a good show.
And so has For All Mankind. I know it came off almost a year ago, but I just finally got around to season 3 of For All Mankind, and it's like chef's kiss, best show ever. Well, it's in my top 10 favorite shows of all time. But anywho, we'll be back soon. Check us out. Small Screen Sagas or The Verdict's In. Until then, I'm Nicole.
I'm Gary.
Bye.